Okay, so in that before class we discuss about this trial balance now. So on the trial balance, what items will come under this debit side and what items will come under this credit side, we know. Okay, and we done two problems relating to this method now. Okay, what is the pro forma of trial balance? Particulars, LF number, debit amount, credit amount. After writing all these items in which either debit or credit, at the end we tally that debit and credit side balances. Okay, now see the different problems. So in that before problems like this given. Okay, so these amounts is given, we kept this amount in which either debit side or on a credit side, and this is another method of trial balance. Okay, so actually trial balance they need, but we redraft the trial balance. Okay, they wrote wrong side accounts. Okay, instead of debit they write credit, or instead of credit they write debit. So like this we have to recorrect this trial balance. Okay, so generally, okay, now see this different problem. Okay, the following trial balance needs redrafting, preparing correct trial balance. Okay, so this is one trial balance, we recorrect it, redraft. See here, trial balance as on 31st December 2011. Trial balance as on 31st December 2011, debits, credits. Capital. So capital is given 8,950 in debit. Actually capital account is which balance? Credit balance na. So we have to wrong it and write that amount in credit side. Okay, so capital is which balance? So that capital is a credit side balance now. So that 8,950. Next, drawings. Drawing shows in this problem 1015 credit. Actually drawings is which side balances? Debit side balances. So this is also given wrong side. So we correct it. This right on the debit side. Next is opening stock 3380 is debit side, correct. Purchases 23,100 debit side, correct. Next, salaries. Salaries is 6,205 is debit, correct only. Next, sales. Sales which side? Either debit or credit. Credit side balances. Okay. Sales is 39,425, correct. Lighting. Lighting amount is 310, debit only. Equipment, debit only. Carriage outwards. Carriage outwards is which side? Debit side. But in this problem given wrong na. So in that problem it's given on this credit side, so it is wrong. So this carriage outwards will come under the debit balances. How much? 230. Next, carriage outwards, correct only. 105 debit. Returns outwards. Return outwards means what? Purchase returns. So that purchase returns is which side balances? Credit side balances only. Okay, correct. Next, provision for bad debts. Provision for bad debts is a credit balances, but in this problem given wrong. So this will round off and write under this credit side is 350. Next, discount allowed. Discount allowed is which balances? On debit side now. So this will be given wrong in credit side. So round off and write under the debit side is 350. Next, rent and rates. Debit side only. Motor vehicles, debit side only. Cash in hand. Cash in hand also debit side only. Next, sundry creditors. Sundry creditors is which side? Credit side na. So but in this problem given in wrong side, that is debit. So round up means right under this credit side is 4,925. Next, sundry debtors. Sundry debtors is which balances? Debit balances now, but it wrongly is given in credit side. So write this amount on debit side, 13,920. Bank overdraft. Bank overdraft is which side? Credit side na. So but here wrong given debit side, so round up and right under this credit side is 975. Okay, so these are the corrections. Okay, now we will prepare the new trial balance after redrafting now. So now prepare this trial balance. Trial balance as on 31st December 2011. Okay, trial balance as on 31st December 2011. Particulars, LF number, debit amount, credit amount. Okay, in that book it is an 18th problem. So first is capital. Capital is rupees 8,950. 8,950. Next, drawings. Drawings is 1,050. Next, opening stock. Opening stock is 3,380. Next, purchases. Purchases is 23,100. Next, salaries. Salaries is 6,205. Next, sales. Sales is 39,425. Sales is 39,425. Next is lighting. Lighting is 310. Next, equipment. Equipment is rupees 3,600. Next, carriage outwards. Carriage outwards is rupees 230. Next, carriage inwards. Carriage inwards is rupees 105. Next is provision for bad debts. Provision for bad debts is 350. Next is discount allowed. Discount allowed. So this discount allowed is amount is rupees 315. Next, rent and rates. Rent and rates is rupees 1,115. Next is motor vehicles. Motor vehicles is 1,475. Motor vehicles is 1,475. Next, cash in hand. Cash in hand. Cash in hand is rupees 110. Cash in hand is rupees 110. Next is sundry creditors. Sundry creditors. Sundry creditors is rupees 4,925. Sundry creditors is 4,925. Next, sundry debtors. Sundry debtors is 13,920. Sundry debtors is 13,920. Next, bank overdraft. bank overdraft. Bank overdraft is which side? Credit side now. So credit side is 975. Okay. Okay, now do the totals. Total of debit side and total of credit side. Debit side is 1050 plus 3380 plus 23100 plus 6205 plus 310 plus 3600 plus 230 plus 105 plus 315 plus 1115 plus 1475 plus 110 plus 13,920. Total of debit side is 54,915. Total of debit is 54,915 and credit side is 8,950 plus 39,425 plus 350 plus 4,925 plus 975. Okay, so here we forgot one item, that is in a returns outwards. We have to write that. Returns outwards is rupees, how much is 290. Okay, so that total of credit side is 54,915. Okay, this is of another method of trial balance. Okay, suppose in case if anywhere sometimes trial balance is not tally, sometimes either debit will increase or sometimes either credit will increase now. So then that time which side is less amount is getting, that side is we have to write suspense account to cover that amount. Okay, okay, suppose see in this problem only, suppose debit side is 60,000 will be, sorry, credit side is 60,000 will be there, and debit side is how much is there, 54,915 is there. So then how much amount we want to tally the 60,000 amount? So then that time 60,000 minus 54,915, how much amount we want? 5085. So this is another example, just I'll say. Okay, how much amount we want? 5,085. Okay, so this 5,085 is what? Suspense account. Okay, then that time we write the suspense account. So the suspense account sometimes, despite of an account's best effort, trial balance may not agree. Okay, trial balance may not agree. In such circumstances, the difference between debit and credit side totals should be transferred to an account called as a suspense account. So here debit is Another example, not this problem, this problem is completed. In another example, suppose debit side is 54,915 is there and credit side is 60,000 is there, and then what is the difference amount? Difference amount is 5,085. So this difference amount is transferred to an account. That account is known as a suspense account. Okay, by doing so, the trial balance is made to agree, and delay in the preparation of final accounts can be avoided. Okay, so this suspense account is an imaginary account. Okay, suspense account is imaginary account opened and used as an temporary measure to make two sides of the trial balance agree. Okay, to make two sides of the trial balance agree, so that as and when the errors which caused the disagreement, the trial balance are detected, or rectification entry should be passed through this suspense account. Okay, so this detection and rectification of all the errors will result in the automatic closure of the suspense account. Okay, suppose if the debit side total in the trial balance is in excess of the credit total, then suspense account should be credited with the difference amount. So in this credit side is more, how much is 60,000, debit side is how much is it, 54,915. Then the difference is how much amount is 5,085 is a suspense account. So that suspense account should be debited with this amount. So this suspense account will appear on that side of the trial balance whose total is less than that of the other side. Okay, write down this meaning of the suspense account. So sometimes despite of an accountant's best efforts, the trial balance may not agree. The trial balance may not agree. So in such cases, or in such circumstances, the difference between the difference between the debit debit and credit totals, debit and credit totals should be transferred to an account called suspense account. Called a suspense account. In other words, suspense account will appear. Suspense account will appear on that side of the trial balance trial balance whose total is less than the total of other side. Okay, this is the meaning of the suspense account. So up to here our first unit is completed. Okay, now we'll discuss about again short answers like basically what are the objectives of journal, what is the difference between double entry system and single entry system. Okay, so just we'll discuss about all this. Okay, so first, what is the meaning of bookkeeping? So all we are discussed now. So first we will know about this bookkeeping. So what is the meaning of bookkeeping is, so generally bookkeeping is recording day to day activities now. Bookkeeping means recording of daily business transaction in a systematic manner. So in this bookkeeping, for the preparation of financial statements and their analysis and their interpretation. Okay, so bookkeeping is an activity, it is an activity concerned with the recording of financial data. Okay, concerned with the recording of financial data relating to business operations. Okay, relating to business operations in a significant and a orderly manner. So this bookkeeping is the record keeping phase of accounting. Accounting is based on a careful and a efficient bookkeeping system. So what are the main objectives of bookkeeping? So this bookkeeping answer definitely will come for 4 marks. Okay, so that what are the objectives of bookkeeping? So that bookkeeping is concerned with the recording of the financial transactions of a business. Okay, recording of the financial transactions of a business in a methodological manner so that information on any point in relation to them may be quickly adapted. So bookkeeping is to prepare for original books of accounts of trial balance and final accounts. Now tell me, what are the different concepts of accounting? Accounting concepts what? So there are several accounting concepts will be there now. So see here that what are the accounting concepts are? Business entity concept. In that business entity concept, owner is separate, business is separate. That means what? So separate entity means what it. So what are the transactions are there that all forms of business organization for this accounting purpose is to recording in a separate, and what are the personal transactions are there that will be recording in a separate book. Okay, so this is a business entity concept, that is an a owner is separate, business is separate means in that owner or personal transaction is there that is recorded in that book, and what are the relating to the business transactions are there that is recorded in another book. Next is going concern concept. So what is the meaning of this going concern concept? Going concern means what? Lead a long life means that any business shall be run, that business will be up to a longer period of time. Okay, business will continue for a long period of time in future. There is no intention of winding up of the business in need future. Next is money measurement concept. Money measurement concept means what? Money in the name itself is their money measurement concept. So this concept implies that only the monetary transactions are taken into the consideration at the time of preparation of accounting records. Okay, whenever we have to recording or any preparation of this accounts, at that time we record only the monetary transaction. Non-monetary transactions are not recorded in the books of accounts. Okay, non-monetary transactions means what? Non-monetary, so the transactions which cannot be expressed in terms of money, even though it may be useful for business, but it is not recorded in the books of accounts. Next is which concept? Cost concept. Cost concept means, so according to this cost concept, any asset which is recorded in the books at the price paid to acquire it, so this cost is the basis for all the subsequent accounting for the asset. Okay, under this, assets are not recorded at a market values. Okay, assets are not recorded at a market values. At the time of purchasing that asset, how much we pay, how much money we paid to that person, that much only recorded in the books of account. For as long as days are coming, our market price is sometimes increasing or sometimes decreasing, so that's why market value of an assets are not recorded. Whenever you have to purchasing that asset, then the time how much amount paid for that asset, that amount only recorded in the books of accounts. Okay, next is dual aspect concept. Dual aspect means what? Dual means what? Twofold aspect. twofold effects. Okay, so generally this accounting is based on this dual aspect concept now. So every debit as there is an a corresponding credit. So generally what is the equation for this dual aspect concept? Assets is equals to capital plus liabilities. Next is accounting period concept. Next is accounting period concept means what? So accounting period means when we prepare this final accounts at the end of the each year now. So this concept explains that is through the life of business is very long, but proprietor must calculate its position regularly after a certain period of time, usually 1 year. Okay, at the end of the every accounting period, accountant is supposed to prepare the income statement or the profit and loss account. Okay, so this is a period, this concept is known as an accounting period concept. So whenever we have to prepare these accounts, we have two accounting years now. One is accounting year or financial year, or second one is calendar year. Calendar year means what? 1st January to 31st December. And financial year means what? 1st April to 31st March. Next is matching concept. Matching concept means what? Periodic matching of cost or revenue concept. So under this matching concept it is based on the accounting period concept. Okay, under this match, okay, under this match between the cost and revenue within the accounting period. Okay, under this matching this expenditures and revenues. Okay, these are the accounting concepts. Next is conventions. Accounting conventions, what are that? One is convention of conservatism, convention of full disclosure, convention of consistency, convention of materiality. Convention of conservatism means what? Mainly this rule is what? Anticipate no profit but provide for all possible losses. Next, convention of full disclosure means what? These financial statements must provide the complete and true information about the company. Okay, will provide the information about the company with the complete and true information. Okay. Next, convention of consistency. Convention of consistency means what? Constant. Anyway, any method we have to preparing, that method is followed up to the at the end of the period. Okay. Okay. So these are the several accounting concepts and conventions. Very important for long answer. Okay. So this is our today's class.